One into Jesus.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Sin City Crypto. We're coming at you today live from Global Studios here in Las Vegas, Nevada. My name is Carl. I'm your producer and one of your co-hosts, and I'm here today with my good friends David and Robin. We have some incredible crypto content coming your way, but before we get started, a small disclaimer. We are not financial experts. Anything that we happen to say during the course of this show, it shouldn't be taken as strict financial advice, so please do your own investing before research. Now that that's out of the way, let's get to some fun content and meet our hosts. Hi, Robin.
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we take all the old, the boring, the stale information, package it up, whoosh, 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 in a fun and sexy way. I'd like to give a shout out to our media partners, Global. They broadcast us not only to YouTube, but other channels as well. And here at Sin City Crypto, we do live streams. We do deep dives. This is our live stream. Check out the deep dives and check out David.
Welcome back, crypto fam. It's David here. Thank you for joining us again. We are a growing channel. We'd love for you to grow with us. Help us out. Like the content if you like it. Comment your feedback, what you think. But most importantly, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notifications so you know when we're going live and when we're going deep. Back to you, Carl.
All right, to start off the show, we're going to do it with a few different segments. And the first one we like to call...
It's hot.
Oh, that's hot, baby.
So the hot take for today I have from my two hosts. You have a crypto genie. And this genie is going to grant you a wish. What would your wish be?
Okay, let me ask this question first. How much did we pay Paris Hilton for that voiceover there?
Let's not talk about
Talk about it? Okay.
Let's not talk about that.
All right, I'll go first. Crypto genie. My one wish would be for Michael Saylor to be the next president of the United States of America. He's an accomplished businessman. He understands the crypto space. He's the largest holder of Bitcoin. He would fast track the transition from traditional finance to blockchain and Web3. There's no doubt in my mind that if Michael Saylor becomes president, Bitcoin will be legal tender in the United States, which, what will happen if Bitcoin becomes legal tender in the US? Do the math. And finally, he would more than likely lift our economy and solve the current issues we have in this country. There's no other man that I trust to lead us into Web3 and blockchain and the US of A than Mr. Michael Saylor.
US of A.
US of A.
Very exciting. What's your take, Robin?
I would actually rather Michael Saylor be my father-in-law versus the president. I think that would be a cool dad to have. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Pops, let me borrow some Bitcoin, my dude. So, okay. If I had one crypto... So hold on, if we got a genie, why don't I get 3 wishes? I feel like we need an open source protocol on this this genie, because I feel like he's holding back on the other 2. If this was open source code, I want to know where those other 2 wishes are going. That's just my own personal perspective on that one.
You're used to pay the genie miners.
Oh, they're delegating the other wishes. Okay, all right.
That's their incentive.
All right, so for me, my crypto wish from the genie would be to give Elizabeth Warren a new man in her life, because that woman is bitter as hell, man. She needs a new man, because her stank ass attitude towards crypto and just all the federal regulations with business and money, it ain't juicy, bro. It ain't good. I ain't vibing with it. And you know what? If she has somebody she was all freaking goo-goo over, she had somebody that she was all vibing with, if she had somebody that she was just so infatuated with, maybe she would show up to work with a better attitude, with a positive look on the entire world. Because right now, I'm telling you, man,
It's hot.
that woman is down in the dumps. She got some issues at the house, because don't nobody leave the house that stink. I mean, you... Am I right? Or am I right? Or am I right? Or am I right? Which one is it?
That was the worst take you've ever had.
You know what? I actually believe David would make a very good husband for Elizabeth Warren. Why don't you take one for the team, bro?
I'm out of the
Follow
market.
that bullet, my dude.
I'm off the market. Sorry.
Elizabeth Warren, more like Elizabeth Boren. So that was an exciting hot take from our two hosts. We're going to move on to the next segment we like to refer to as these are the talking points. And so to start off, we have the Russian central bank to seek ban on investment in cryptocurrencies.
Robin, you have an in with the Russians, right? What's going on here, guy?
Well, first of all, my wife is from Mother Russia.
That's what I'm saying.
And just to give the viewers some insight here. Now, Russia, I feel like this is the new China. I think the FUD is coming, my dude. I think the dips in the market are going to come from the regulations that the Russians put in place, and they're going to either substantially dump the market over some FUD articles, or they're going to pump the market over some adoption articles. Now, with that said, who cares? We don't care. Do you care, David?
No, and I'll tell you why I don't care. Because the annual volume of crypto transactions carried out by Russians is only 5 billion. And you got a market cap of 2.2 trillion. So it's a drop in the bucket.
5 billion rupees or
no, $5 billion
rubles, whatever their currency is over there.
Rupees. $5 billion. And it's funny because this news coincides with their plans of launching their own CBDC, their own central bank digital currency, which is going to be it's called the ruble,
The ruble.
You should know, man. Your wife's from Russia, man.
Man,
like,
I don't transact with that kind of cash over.
The ruble.
You know your boy straight dollar bills and Bitcoin, baby. That's it. That's all I run with.
Yeah, this is
and Cardano and Matic and
what do these countries think? Like,
you
if
got an addiction.
Do they think if they ban it that people will not find another way to buy and hold crypto? Like, they're only hurting themselves instead of trying to regulate it and getting some more tax dollars out of it. They're like, oh, we just want to.
Any government that has a pulse on the financial sector in their government, basically, like, they're making a lot of money from their citizens through their monetary policies, how they transact their own money, how all the infrastructure works. Basically, the country is the one that's pocketing it. Politicians are the ones that are pocketing all this extra money and profiting off of you. So when you take your savings and you put it in a free market like cryptocurrency, like Bitcoin, when you do that, you take the power and the profitability away from the government. Now, they can still tax you, so it's not like if you make money in crypto, they don't get a cut of it. However, they can't regulate it. They can't control you. That's the thing. That's what scares them. That's why they want to go with a CBDC. The CBDC, central bank digital token. They want to take their...
It's not CBDT, it's CBDC.
I did say C.
You said token. It's coin.
I spelled token with a C. Okay, thank you. Now, now the reason they want to push the CBDCs is because it takes all the benefits. Like, hey, you want to use blockchain? Cool. Well, use ours because we can manipulate it and then control you. And that's the whole thing. And they're grasping at that idea.
Here's one plus, though. It says, if approved, it could apply to new purchases, but not to those bought in the past. So if you
grandfathered in?
If you're in Russia, you want crypto, you like crypto, buy now. Because once this law goes into effect, you won't be able to buy anything moving forward.
Certainly a space to watch in the future. We'll move on to the next article. We're going to talk about the IMF chief economist calls for global policy on cryptocurrency. Doesn't think we should outright ban it, but thinks there should be a global policy on regulation.
So I'm going to pose a question. Do you think it's more beneficial that separate countries separately create their own rules and regulations for crypto, or would it be better if there's a global blanket set of regulations that every country should follow?
I mean, regulation's inevitable, so I guess a blanket one for the world is better than everybody having their own policy, and then you gotta have the policy here and this policy there and this policy there. But I don't know, man. Today's show is brought to you by old ass men that are trying to make sure nobody makes new money without them having a hand in it. That's all it is, bro. That literally Russia, the US with the USDC is our next article we're going to talk about. Anyways, all this crap is old politicians, old policymakers, old money. They're like, hey, you guys are
You're
not
making too
using our
much.
systems here, and you're making money on the side the legit way. I'm not cool with that. I need a piece of that. You know, like that is what's so frustrating about this damn thing, man.
What other organization in the world would behave like that?
PETA.
Maybe the mafia?
PETA?
Sounds like the mafia to me.
Mafioso.
Yeah, it is the mafia. Yeah, we're it's for your own good. It's for your own protection. As that's the mafia, the logo there.
You guys making money on the side here? I need my cut.
Yeah, where's your VIG?
Don't worry, we'll protect you though, right? I need my cut. We'll protect you.
Mhm.
It's mafioso. It's exactly what it is.
Right.
It's just like if there's a worldwide blanket policy, the countries that are more crypto friendly are kind of going to get drawn back, and the countries that are not.
So
what's to stop them from just completely saying no? We're not going to follow what you're going through, and now you're hampering down the ones that are really trying to move forward.
That is exactly what El Salvador has been going through. The IMF gave them negative insight on all of what they're doing. They're like, no, hey, you shouldn't be. Well, first of all, the IMF has straight poo-pooed on El Salvador in the first place. They have already given them crappy deals on loans, and they've given them crappy status on like country credit of sort, and then they go and they do their own thing. They're like, okay, well, we don't want to be part of your system. We're gonna go and adopt Bitcoin as our currency, as a form of payment. And then the IMF is like, no, that's not a good idea. But like, well, screw you. You're gonna support me anyways. So does it really matter if they go against the IMF's wishes? At the end of the day, it's a free market. You know, things that can make a country prosper and that can benefit a country, if they can ignore the IMF and still get some prosperity, the smaller countries first, the bigger countries later. Change is coming, my brother. Change is coming.
100%. Moving on to the Fed's Jerome Powell says he doesn't see cryptocurrencies as a financial stability concern. What do you think about this?
Because he just wants to print more money.
Basically.
That's it. He like, I ain't worried about it. If we lose $1 trillion to cryptocurrency, we'll just print $1 trillion. They just raised the debt limit ceiling by not $2 trillion, by $2.5 trillion. The freaking bill left the Senate, went to the House as a $2 trillion proposal, and all the House had to do was sign it. But yet they were like, hey, we'll sign it, but let's throw on an extra $0.5 trillion on there. Like, what's that? Like, what's $0.5 trillion? Stop it.
So in the article, he says, quote, I do think crypto assets are risky as they are not backed by anything.
What is the dollar
Really?
backed by?
What's a dollar backed by?
Yeah. By the
full
full
faith-
faith and credit of the American citizen.
Well, cryptocurrencies are backed by the full faith in the people. The
Cha-ching.
people. So I'm sure we as people would rather trust each other than trust you. So, and then he goes on to say, and I think there's a big consumer issue for consumers who may or may not understand what they're getting. Like, I'm so tired of this narrative. Like, oh, we need to make sure people know or people are protected. There's literally Google. You can go find all the information you want. And if people are stupid enough to put money in something that they have no idea and lose it, then that's on them, man. Stop trying to hold people's hand.
Yeah, I think this guy views himself as the king of the mountain, and that, you know, that nobody shares his air, that nobody could get into his space, that he has the power to just ruin everything else if he wanted to, right? He could debase the U.S. dollar and cause a lot of problems.
So do you think this is you think it's a positive? You think it's a positive? He doesn't see it as a risk?
No, I think that he is so much in his own world that he thinks that he has not opened his eyes, that he is so... there's an old Yiddish statement that is a worm in cottage cheese. The world is cottage cheese. And I think this douchebag is balls deep in his own cottage cheese.
Hey, David, do you
I
like
hate
cottage cheese?
I don't like cottage. I used to
Bro.
like it when I was young, but
It's like if it just looks like old ass milk. Like,
that's literally what it is.
yeah, it actually
Curdled.
probably is, bro.
You
It's
used to
like-
be a chef. You would know.
Yeah. So, we don't want to make this show too political, but the regulations and the things that are going on in Congress right now are fundamentally changing our landscape. Can't be ignored.
Yeah. Gotta talk about
it. And then not an article on itself, but Nancy Pelosi also just shot down the regulation that was proposed that would have politicians not able to buy and sell stocks. Obviously, if you buy and sell stocks,
She opposed it.
she shot it down. Yeah, she rejected it.
So she's saying they should be able to buy stocks.
Literally, there was a proposal that was politicians can't hold stocks.
And she goes, nah,
she,
screw that.
She shot it down. And her reasoning for this was because the United States is a free market, which is laughable because literally the entire narrative that they have when it comes to their monetary policy, the crypto policy is that, hey, you need somebody to watch over you, protect you, make sure, keep bad actors out. But when it comes to the politicians that make the rules, that make fundamental changes that affect the stock market in either ups or downs, those people can invest in the very thing that they're regulating. It's like, hey, we're about to impose some new regulation on CO2 emissions. It's going to hurt the fuel industry, the gasoline, the price of oil per the barrel. If you're holding that asset, there's nothing stopping you from selling it before you propose that bill.
True.
So it's a conflict of interest. It is a problem in the judicial system, and that's why it's not, if you can't, you have all kinds of issues that carries over, bro. Conflict of issue. Come on, my dude.
Who do you hate more, Nancy Pelosi or Elizabeth Warren?
Elizabeth Warren, man.
They're both really old.
Yeah, well, all politicians are old, man. We need some fresh faces in there.
Yeah.
We need some people that are looking sweet. Just like your boy. You know what I'm saying?
Carl, let's move on before he gets too out of control here.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the next article is Gravity Bridge brings Ethereum to the multi-chain. This is on the Cosmos ecosystem.
So, like every day, people are like introducing new ways to like get away from Ethereum.
Let's build bridges,
Shout out
not
to Ethereum.
walls.
Vitalik Buterin got the ETH shirt today. So, no, but
Shout out to Vitalik.
Cosmos is known for their interoperability. This is just another step to allow any ERC20 Ethereum-based tokens to be able to be converted to Cosmos-based tokens. And so, yeah. What you got on this, Rob?
Oh, man, this is freaking huge, man. All of the other... Okay, what is always a big story for us? Hey, they're going to have an ERC20 converter. Hey, they're going to have a bridge to Ethereum. Like, literally, Ethereum's like, okay, cool. Well, we're just going to plug right into Cosmos. And now we got a bridge to the entire Cosmos platform, which when all said and done, I think right now they have like 50 different partnerships or 20 different partnerships. And then they're rolling. They have 50 in the production. I would imagine 100 different blockchains in the coming years that Cosmos is directly web connected to.
200 chains connected through Cosmos IBC by next year.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Now, there's no longer the need in the future when these things become completely operable with each other. There's no need to send your token from one exchange to the other exchange, to sell it here, to buy it there, to convert it there. You know what? I took some money off of
money and fees.
I took some money. I cashed out on a project on a mid-size exchange yesterday. I had to sell it. And because it's a mid-size exchange, I had to put the sell order, wait 2 days. Finally, it sold. Then I transferred it out to Binance, and then in Binance.us, I sold the Binance to US dollar, and then I sold it then I took the US dollar, and then I bought Cardano, and then I took the Cardano and I sent it to my Coinbase account, and then from my Coinbase account, I sold the Cardano, and then I had the cash, and then I withdrew it to my bank account. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The fees are still cheaper than the traditional banking system.
Yeah,
so
but you're paying fees on like 4 or 5 different transactions.
Could you imagine?
Just one.
Could you imagine your mom or dad like trying to figure that out? Like, hey, I got this token on this little exchange here. I'm like, you got paper and a pen because you're in for some long protocols here. So, like, Jesus, man. Like, now imagine. You just freaking convert it over to Tether and then send it to wherever you want. That's it. Like,
Done.
Simple.
Done deal.
Simple.
Subscribe.
Simple. Use Cosmos. Take whatever token it is, convert it to Tether, send it to the exchange, cash it out, and your boy's out. Mic drop. I can't drop the mic because it's on a stand. But there you go.
Moving on to the next article, we're going to talk about a couple of sports stars for our next few articles. And the first one is Kevin Durant and Rich Kleiman's 35 ventures to create some NFT drops with Coinbase. Just another star getting into the NFT game.
You like Kevin Durant?
His nickname is, right?
What's his name?
Slim Reaper.
The Slim Reaper.
Not the Grim Reaper, the
never heard
Slim
it.
Reaper. Yeah.
Never heard that.
Yeah, because he's dope. Man, this is awesome. There's partnering with Coinbase here. They're the third largest centralized crypto exchange. There's like 2.6 million people waiting for Coinbase's NFTs. So this is going to be huge, man. This is going to be huge. Kevin Durant has like millions of followers. He's got a big community behind him. It's all about mainstream adoption and how many new eyes are coming to our market. And he's going to bring a lot of new eyes. So this is extremely bullish for not only NFTs, but for the crypto space in general.
Yeah, I think one by one, these high-profile athletes are gonna monetize their image, their personality. They're gonna take their fan base and they're gonna capitalize on it. And here's just another example of one of the biggest stars in the world, not just the U.S., but I mean everybody loves Kevin Durant. I've never heard anybody talk crap about Kevin Durant. Everybody loves that man.
Not everyone. He's gotten in some hot water with having multiple burner accounts and shit talking people.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. But anyways, man, he is a loved and iconic figure, and you know what? Bringing a little awareness to the NFT space, partnering up with Coinbase, that's huge news, man. And it's just gonna be one of many. It just shows you the market adoption. It shows you where our space is going. We are early, ladies and gentlemen. Be excited because NFTs are going to take over the world. Crypto is going to take over the world.
NFTs are going to take over the world?
NFTs are going to take over the world.
Yes.
And that's all I got. That's all I got.
Michael Jordan jumps into Web3 via Solana app for athletes. Him and his son, Jeffrey Jordan, are launching Air. It's an engagement platform on the Solana blockchain.
This is amazing.
So basically connecting they're kind of doing their take on a social token. So if you're familiar with Rally and some of the other social tokens, it's a great way to monetize your fan base. Yep. Once again, it's also connect the bridge. So I'm really excited. Michael Jordan, first of all, greatest basketball player of all time, but also an amazing and one of the most accomplished businessmen of all time. This is his next business venture. This is not only his first time dabbling in cryptocurrency, he also invested early in Dapper Labs, which runs the NBA Top Shots, as well as some other crypto investments as well. So I'm not surprised to see.
What are your thoughts on him being a shitty tipper?
Ooh, yeah, man.
I've heard some stories, man.
Yeah, and did you know that the man likes to eat his steak with ketchup? That's
disgusting.
Absolutely.
You want to hear something more gross?
Wrong. Yes.
Jim Harbaugh drinks milk with his ribeye.
Yeah, I heard he's a big milk guy.
So
milk and red meat just don't go together.
Yeah. So I'm gonna read a little. I'm going to read a little excerpt from this article. The platform that's going to be called Air is designed to link professional athletes with their most ardent supporters. It will feature an Air token minted on the Solana blockchain and will showcase NFT assets along with community building features that let fans join an athlete's limited capacity, quote, huddle for exclusive access and benefits. So if you're a big Michael Jordan fan, you can go on Solana. Once the tokens are minted, you can buy their Air token. You can be part of the community, get special perks.
Is it an Air Jordan token?
I'm assuming it probably will be. I mean, based off the name and his brand recognition, I think it'd be stupid not to.
So we're bullish on Solana then?
Oh, I see what you did there.
And stay tuned because we're going to go deep on Solana during our market analysis. So.
Oh, nice.
Thanks, Robin. You picked it right up.
Yeah, that went right over David's head.
The last article, crypto firm Leiden raises $70 million for Bitcoin-backed mortgages. Here it is, guys. It's coming. Finally, if you hold Bitcoin, you can acquire a mortgage for a house.
Yeah.
This is coming.
That's what we've been waiting for.
The writing has been on the wall. multiple platforms have been investing in this idea. They've been building out the concept of this idea. It only makes sense. Why the hell do I need to hold X amount of money in my bank account for X amount of months and then not apply for any credit cards because I'm buying a house, can't go buy a car because I'm going to buy a house because my real estate agent's like, hey, no, that's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. If you are on the blockchain, it's open source. And you know what I mean? And I'm going to go buy a house and I go up to the mortgage company and they're like, hey, we need to see, like, it's open source. You go take a look. I don't got to show you nothing. I ain't got to show you a damn thing because it's open source data. You can look at all my transactions. You can look at my mining rewards. You can look at my MetaMask wallet. You can see it all, baby. You can see it all. It's all transparent.
Are you okay today?
I don't need what's up?
Are you okay today?
Oh man, I'm feeling juicy, man. I'm feeling super juicy.
Did you like take some drugs or something? So the whole point of this, is, you know, when you go to apply for a mortgage, they ask about your assets and your net worth. This is going to allow, if you hold any Bitcoin, for that to be able to be considered part of your net worth. So I'm going to read a quote from the co-founder and CEO of the Ledden Group here. It says, most people that hold extensive wealth in Bitcoin still can't utilize their assets to qualify for a mortgage at a bank. Our clients want to diversify their portfolio in order to protect their wealth and then utilize that wealth for instances such as purchasing a home, but one should not come at the expense of the other. So if you're holding Bitcoin, in the future, you're going to be able to count that as an asset as part of your net worth to be able to qualify for a mortgage without having to sell it. So this is great.
The dumbest thing about mortgages, honestly, dumbest thing about buying a house is this title company. Not exactly in the article here, but I just want to vent on this one because we're on the same subject.
Okay.
Why the hell is there a company that takes my money and holds it until the bank says, okay, cool, we got it. It is 2021, about to be 2022. Why am I paying X amount of money, a certain percentage, to a title company for them to tell them that, hey, we got the money on hand, you give us a title or, you know, the deed to the house, and then we'll make sure the payments, like, come on, bro. It's not the 1930s. There's no need for that. We have smart contracts. Put in the smart contract. Money in the bank, deed in the bank.
If you don't know what a smart contract is, did we post a video yet or not?
Well, yeah, it's up.
There's a video. We just did a deep dive on smart contracts and how it can be implemented in everyday sectors of the world. Make sure you go check that out. We'll drop a link in the description below.
Make sure we add that. We don't have it in the description just at this second, but come back.
It'll be there.
It'll be there.
It'll be there.
Yeah, that's all I got, man. Title company's stupid.
That's all we have for the articles for today. We're going to move on to our next segment we like to call Market Analysis. How's it looking for today, fellas?
You want to say it or you want me to say it? It's looking a little moist today.
A little juicy.
No, moist. No. So markets are kind of trading sideways right now. There's a few layer ones that are continuing to pump. Like you got Solana, Ethereum's up 2.5%. Avalanche back in the top 10. Terra Luna, despite what Robin says, is up 10%. Oh, look at XRP literally doing nothing. But let's go into let's go into Bitcoin here a little bit. So the current fear and greed index, which measures the sentiment of the market, is at 29, which is considered fear. So a lot better from 2-3 days ago, where it was all the way down to the low 20s. So which is extreme fear.
Are you scared?
I'm never scared with Bitcoin, man.
I ain't scared.
Never scared with Bitcoin.
Ain't no fear on this side.
Ain't no fear. So Bitcoin's sitting at 47.9. It's kind of been trading sideways between 46,600 and 50,500. It's consolidating, but volume's not really rising. So I don't see a break to either side really in the next 2-3 days. I mean, that definitely can change with crypto market news, anything coming up. The momentum indicator on Bitcoin shows that we might see a possible rise here in the next week or so. But for that to happen, we're going to need to see volume. And you can see on the bottom here, those little gray little tile things. Those are the volume charts, and you can kind of see there's nothing significant happening there. The relative strength index, which measures overbought and oversold. Typically, anything over 70 is considered overbought, which means usually it's a good time to sell. Anything under 30 means it's oversold, which is typically a good spot to buy. Bitcoin's current RSI is at 38 and it's trending down. So
that's a good time to buy?
Not yet. Not financial device. And the MACD, if you're not familiar with the MACD, it is the moving average convergence divergence. We are seeing a possible reversal signal to the upside here. But again, we're going to need to see volume before that takes anything specific happens with that. So that's a little bit about Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Nothing crazy happening here. We saw a big wick here on December 4th. Now, when you see big wicks like this one here, can they see that? Yeah, they can see the one I'm selecting. So what I see here is the price opened. It dropped all the way down to 30, what was it? Dropped all the way down to 3,500, but there were so many buy orders in that the price got moved back up. So a lot of big red candles, which shows big sell-offs, but you can kind of see it bounces pretty much right back every single time. I wanted to talk about Doge. So
Dogecoin?
Yeah, their chart's a little interesting. So if you go look at their 7-day, you can see that giant green candle, okay? So this was the day that Tesla announced they were going to accept Doge as payment for merchandise. So based off the news, it pumped extremely hard all the way back up to 22 cents. And then literally the very next like 6 hours, people sold off and it's kind of consolidating. So
but you see it's high, it's trading at a higher point before the news broke. So that's kind of like what I take away
the rumor, sell the news.
Yeah, well, no, what I'm saying is like, see how it's been trading sideways here after the red candle?
It's found new support.
Yeah, so the new support is higher than it was before. So this is always kind of like when I'm looking at a chart, if I see a big candle, then at that point I know that the red candle is going to come follow up, and then I just wanted to find out where it's going to settle. Where's the support? And then that would be my entry point.
So we were looking at a 5-hour chart. This is the daily chart. So what do you think about this one?
It's looking all right. I mean, lower lows, lower highs, and then now it's a reversal, obviously because of the news.
Here's where I brought that up. I wanted to pose a question to you. Is the hype is the hype either dying down or is the hype dead on Dogecoin? Because you figure with a pump like that, people would FOMO in and would continue to rise, but it literally the opposite.
It's about sustainability in the community and interest in the community. And obviously, big news or big articles will bring eyeballs and attention, will bring new money. However, is it sustainable? That's what you got to ask yourself. Is this a good long-term project? And even if you're looking at it just in the social economic, lens, is there enough community interest behind it? Is the interest growing? Is there more buzz around it? Like, if you're going to get into meme coins, if you're going to get in that, you got to get into, you got to ask yourself, where's the community going? Is the community have interest in it? So yeah, that's what I got.
And here's another question I want to pose you. Being that meme coins, 98% of their value is from the excitement of the community. Is it possible to have an extremely successful meme coin that's going to be around for 15, 20 years?
I mean,
or do you think there'll always be a new meme coin that'll come and overtake and take some of that hype away?
It's all about utility. I mean, if you can't use it, eventually if you can't use it, eventually there's going to come a day where you need some money, and what are you going to sell? You're going to sell your Dogecoin. Yeah. You need to go, you got to pay off some credit cards. Like, obviously you're not using Doge. It's not like it's part of your everyday transactions. Just like you keep an amount of money in your checking account, right?
Yeah.
Why do you keep an amount of money in your checking account? Because you're using it. And then that amount of money, you always are holding dollars. And here in the United States, you always have a checking account. You're always holding dollars. And now every American now has dollars they're invested in. They're always going to hold dollars. There's always going to be a market cap from the citizens holding dollars. If you don't use it, then it's a savings account. How many people have savings account? There's a lot of Americans. There's a big chunk of Americans that don't have over $500 in a savings account. If you don't have utility, there's no reason to hold on to it if you need money.
Okay.
That's it.
I want to take a little closer look at Solana here. So coming off the big news with the Michael Jordan teaming up with Solana, you can see Solana's pumped here over the last 24 hours. They pumped a little over 7%. Now it did bounce. It did. You can see here it did bounce off a support of $154. Question is, can it break the resistance of 194? Do you think Solana will break resistance and have a new all-time high by the end of the year?
Not anytime soon.
No,
because first of all, they've been battling this whole congested, slow network DDoS attacks. They haven't been really looking sexy lately, and so with that, the market is in a bearish trend. So outside of some articles and some new partnerships, you'll get pumps here and there, but we're in a bearish trend, and so Solana's utility ain't looking too good right now. It's taking some hits, it's taking some punches. It's got some lumps on the face.
I mean, still pumping.
Yeah, off of some news. I think you're going to get ups and downs. I believe in the project long term. However, to cross the $200 threshold, I know you said 190 or whatever it was, but to cross the $200 threshold,
194.
We're gonna either need to go into a prolonged bull market, or they're gonna need to scale up and resolve these issues and get more utility and get more use case and grow the community more than it already is. So
okay. So the last coin I want to touch on here in the top 10 is going to be Polka Dot. Here is their 90-day chart. So a little bit of news coming out of Polka Dot. They just passed their Motion 131, which paves the way for NFT minting on their platform, which was recently or in the past not available. So, but not a lot of price action here. It's actually down. It's down 0.25% in the last 24 hours. Over the last 7 days, we're down 2.6%. Now, it's got really, really strong support at $26, which we're currently at. It's consolidating. You can see here the last 3 candles to the right. The resistance currently is about $30.47. But this whole consolidation between 26 and 30 since December 5th, the MACD, again, which is the moving average convergence divergence, is showing a possible trend change. So it's been in the downtrend for a while, since early November. It's been consolidating. It's making lower highs. Are we going to see a break to the upside based off what the MACD is saying? What do you think, Robin?
I was reading the chat, so I don't know which token you're talking about here.
Polka Dot.
Polka Dot. Yeah, Polka Dot doesn't excite me. I mean, it's a good protocol. It's got a good founding team with Gavin Wood, one of the original team members from Ethereum. Really cool project.
What are your thoughts on the NFT minting that's coming to their platform?
I think everybody's doing that, right? Who's not minting NFTs on their platform? That is a layer one smart contract based platform.
So you're saying you're late to the party?
It doesn't bring anything new. It's not like all of a sudden I sell all of my crypto, but like, guess what, guys? Polka Dot's got NFTs. Like, come on, bro. Who doesn't have NFTs? Cardano has NFTs. Ethereum got NFTs. Solana got NFTs. Harmony got NFTs. Avalanche got NFTs. Algorand got NFTs. Who don't got NFTs?
You don't got any NFTs.
I don't.
I know. Shame on you.
I got this face though and a mirror.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, yeah. So I was talking about the chat. I just want to say Annabelle Lamb. She, I don't know if she meant to say VA Tech, for VATech, Virginia Tech. Your boy here is from Virginia, so if that's what you were trying to say, shout out. But she said VASK, so I don't really know. But I'm just gonna assume you're talking about Virginia Tech.
I'm gonna assume
Hokies,
she's,
baby.
I'm gonna assume she's
Beaver ball, baby.
I'm assuming she's probably talking. Oh no, there is no Vast coin. All right, that's all I got for market analysis, Carl.
Great, fellas. We're going to move on to the last segment of the day. And I think for all of these skits we do, this might be my favorite. So before wasting any more time, let's move on to...
Man. You know how to ride a bicycle, baby?
I don't answer stupid questions.
All right, so the setup for this segment. Imagine that you have a very big bag, and the premise is, are you going to hold that bag or are you going to fold that bag? Right. So I'm going to ask my 2 hosts about the first coin today is Sandbox. Are you going to hold? Are you going to fold?
I'm holding. I'm holding Sandbox.
All right, David, on you.
Big partnerships. If you go to their website, you'll see names. You're like, holy moly. You know, just a few: Adidas, Snoop Dogg, Atari. You got Hell's Kitchen in there. The Walking Dead.
Did you say Hell's Kitchen?
Hell's Kitchen.
In case you didn't
Shout
know.
out to HK.
In case you didn't know, your boy here was one of Gordon Ramsay's sous chefs back in the day. Maybe we'll do a little screenshot of me in my chef coat, but yeah, I gotta throw out my little feelers there. Shout out to old GR there, my dude. What's up?
Yeah, I'm sure he's watching you. Another thing I really like about Sandbox is they have a multinational team with members all the way from the UK, the US, Japan, Korea, China. So they're not just catering to one country or one ethnicity or one group of people. It's global. And that's what you need for a metaverse project to succeed, in my opinion. And the last thing, their COO just came out and said that they're fighting against big tech like Meta and Facebook to defend the metaverse. They don't trust Meta or any other of these social media giants to do it the right way, to do metaverse the right way and Web3 the right way. I like where this team is taking this project. I'm super bullish on Sandbox. I'm holding it.
Robin, what's your take?
I'm gonna have to hold it as well.
Smart man.
I'm agreeing with David here. We usually don't see the same side of the aisle very often, but we're both on the groom side. He's sitting next to me. I gotta hold it. So why am I holding it? It will be the leader. Hear me again. It will be the leader in the metaverse. It's going to overtake Mana. It's going to overtake that market cap, and it's gonna kick Meta, Facebook's little project. It's gonna kick that to the dirt too. As he mentioned, big partnerships. Snoop Dogg's on there, so you got the celebs. You have the NFTs as far as Adidas. So you're starting to bring in the designers to customize your gear. You also have Gordon Ramsay, my homie. You got him too. So anyways, it has kind of the build feature of like Legos and Minecraft. So you can get very creative. You can build your own little world. It doesn't seem too techy, so the younger people can get in. At the same time, it is kind of fun in style. So you get the older individuals in there. They have recognizable names. I really love the project. I like the team behind it. They just launched the beta or their first, so it's actually working. You can go in and run around in the sandbox. So
there's a lot of big names that have real estate inside Sandbox.
Yeah, Atari, another one. It's
pretty big.
It's really cool, man. It's other projects. It's hypothetical. Other Meta, it's like, oh, we will eventually, and I do believe Meta will eventually get there. Meta does have a beta version. It's not been rolled out to the masses, but you can wear the Oculus glasses. They got like a cool little presentation they have. But anyways, yeah, man, Sandbox has got utility. It's got a community already. People are running around building on it, so it's really cool, and it's good to see the partnerships. So I'm behind it. I think it's got nothing but growth from here. I think early adopters, you might look at the price, be like, oh man, DeFi. These metaverses have pumped lately. I missed out. You didn't miss out.
No, you didn't
miss out.
You're early, not financial.
Because ain't nobody really using it as far as like population based. So just imagine when 10% of the United States, 10% of the globe is hanging out in the metaverse, hanging out in a sandbox. That's when you'll be rich.
Okay.
Get in now.
So both of our hosts are going to hold Sandbox. Moving on to the next one. We just did a deep dive video about this one. This is the Hedera Hashgraph.
Yeah, we did. We haven't aired it. It'll be up later today. So
that was a really good one. You guys need to watch that.
We got a little
Hedera
knowledge on
Hashgraph.
there. You know what? I'm holding it. I'm holding it.
You're holding it?
I'm holding Hedera, man. Giant partnerships. I mean, we're talking Google. We're talking LG. We're talking Amazon. Do they have Amazon?
Boeing.
IBM. IBM is a huge infrastructure company when it comes to blockchain. So IBM has on their website, you can go to ibm.com/blockchain, and you can start integrating blockchain as a merchant, as a company, and you can start using the IBM tools. And these tools are directly connected to HBAR. They are fully invested. They're one of the primary governance companies there with HBAR. They are growing. They've got exponential growth year over year. It's a very innovative protocol. They don't use the traditional blockchain. They take they cherry pick the good ideas and they build on it. So I think with more big partnerships, with more of big tech and big companies using it and adopting it, that, sir and ma'am, is the key to success. Big partnerships, baby.
So you're holding it?
I'm holding it, baby.
Okay. So
Okay, David, how about you?
okay, how about this? Can I hold half my bag and fold half my bag?
No.
No.
The whole bag, baby.
Oh man, okay, I'm folding it. I'm not sold on their governance. I'm not sold on them not being fully decentralized. I think it goes against everything the space stands for. I'm not saying the project doesn't have a chance to be successful, but if I have a big bag and I have a lot of money invested, I'm not comfortable holding it. So I'm going to fold it. The protocol they're using is called Hashgraph. It's not open source. People can't go in there and make improvements to it. They're essentially patent protected it, and they're holding the patent to themselves. They're not letting anyone else use it in the blockchain world, which tells me, and this goes back to what Robin said about the partnerships, they're going to be serving the big Wall Street corporations. And you know what happens when Wall Street corporations get into any project, they start manipulating it, they grab it by its balls, and then they take it to where they want it to go. They never care about the people behind it. They never care about the average citizen who buys and trades their stock, in this case, the coin. I don't trust it. I need to see more out of it. I'm folding it right now.
Well, whose balls are you grabbing? That's what I want to know here, bro. Get out of here.
You sure you're in the right space, bro? You should be a part-time comedian with your funny ass.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what else?
That's why we're an entertainment-focused crypto channel. Please make sure to tune in tomorrow for another
Subscribe.
stream and more about Robin and David's antics. We like to finish off the show with a fun version of this. Last week we did it on black licorice. It was super polarizing. Love that. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you do. It was hilarious.
Yum, yum.
But for today, I wanted to pose a little idea that it seems like every year, earlier and earlier, even before Thanksgiving now, wherever you go,
Don't tell me.
there are Christmas songs playing.
Oh my God.
Christmas songs playing
What?
everywhere.
Dude,
And so you don't really have a big bag of Christmas songs, but the question is, do you want to hold this system or do you want to fold this
Man.
system? More or less?
fold that shit
Yeah,
faster than I wiped
Scrooge-
my ass this
Scrooge,
morning,
go
man.
ahead.
This dude,
Go ahead, Scrooge.
I hate the continuous Christmas song playing, man.
Bro,
Every store you go to, Christmas song. Radio, Christmas song. My house, Christmas song. My wife is singing Christmas songs. My daughter, just stop. Stop it. Like Carl said, it gets earlier and earlier every single year. Let Thanksgiving pass. Let Halloween pass. You got people playing Christmas songs in February. Stop it. I'm folding.
Folding. Robin.
This man's gonna have a ghost with some chains visit his bedroom tonight. I'm telling you, you're gonna be dragged into all the different past, the present, and the future of Christmas because you done poo-pooed all over it, bro, and I don't appreciate it.
I love Christmas. I hate the songs, man. They're freaking.
You can't cherry pick. You can't cherry pick Christmas.
Christmas
You
songs
can't
are
say,
depressing.
"Hey, I want to receive presents, but I don't want to participate in all the other crap." No, you got to put up the tree, put up the ornaments, and you damn loyal. You listen to the music when you go
You
shopping
don't have
at the
to
mall.
listen to Christmas music to like Christmas.
Look, man, it's part of Christmas.
No, it's not.
You can't cherry pick you can't cherry pick certain parts and leave certain parts out.
Why
man.
does it
you
have
gotta
to be on
embrace
repeat?
Christmas for everything?
Why does it have to be on repeat? Play it once
not
and then
repeat,
move on,
bro.
Yes, it is.
You only listen to it for like 2 months and then it's gone, bro.
It's not
like,
gone.
Get over yourself, man.
Bro, I was hearing Christmas music in September this year.
Why were you listening to Christmas music? See, that's your own dumbass fault.
It's not me.
Like who was playing Christmas music in September? Give me a name.
I don't want to. I'm not going to
checking
out
your
them
ass.
live.
Nobody playing Christmas music.
I'm not going to.
You're just trying to build on your narrative.
I'm not.
Let's be real. Once Thanksgiving comes out, the Christmas music comes out too, and then you go shopping. It's playing, but it's subliminal. It gets you to spend money.
Yeah,
you
so
hear the jingles.
subliminal. Yeah,
And
yeah.
anyways, it's part of the whole package. You can't just pick. Oh, hey, I just want to receive gifts for Christmas. That's all I want. No, you gotta fill the stockings. You better carry your ass outside, put them Christmas lights up, and put some damn headphones on, listen to some Christmas music before that ghost come out here and take your ass somewhere else. Absolutely absurd. Bah humbug.
That's a good segment, guys.
Please tell me we're done.
I appreciate it.
can't.
Yeah, let's run an outro.
Oh my God.
Music. And I'm sorry to report, David, this is not a Christmas song.
Thank God. I would quit.
Maybe
All
it
right.
should have been.
Guys, remember to subscribe and like. We got a lot of viewers that are watching and not subscribed.
Come on,
like
guys.
70%.
Come on. We need you.
If you show us love, man, we'll be here forever. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys so much. Please tune in again tomorrow at 11 a.m. We'll be here live. All right, we'll see you then.
You really like Christmas music? You're sick in the